Hey Cancer, welcome to your love reading. So we're tuning in here to see where you are at with your twin flame, what you had to heal or still have to heal on your journey. This is all to help you guys get back into that internal union that really is the purpose of the twin flame journey. Okay, and I'm not saying that it's not to be with your twin flame in the end, but it's just that's not the reward. So let's have a look and see. So I pulled a card already. Spirit said clearing karma. Well, this is the message: clearing karma, Kundalini activation. Okay, so if you've been seeing a lot of sixes, Cancer, this is definitely for you. So when we have a twin flame, we do go through a series, of cleansing in things in this lifetime and in past lifetimes. And the purpose of this is to clear our chakras, clear our energy field, clear the things that have been holding us down and separating us from remembering who we actually are. And so once we are, the more clearing and healing that we do, the more light, I guess, that we have within ourselves, right? And so the more light that we accumulate, or AKA the more light that we accumulate through healing, turning that shadow sides, the shadows in us into light, the more that the Kundalini energy can flow through us all the way till it reaches the top of our crown chakra. And essentially what it's meant to do is to bring you closer to the divine, and just, it kind of creates this clear channel within you. Okay, so that you can hear the divine more clearly. So that is what Spirit is saying. I think that you're going through that journey right now. But let's have a look and see what is going on between you and your twin flame. So it looks like to me that your twin flame has sort of removed their energy a little bit from you, or like they've been a little bit distant. This is you, Three of Wands, wanting to put the past behind you. You're not really feeling like the connection is expanding at this time. I'm not being shown that you guys are investing in each other, right? There's sort of a level of grounding, I think, Cancer, that Spirit wants you to bring into this connection, but also within yourself. So sometimes when we remove, or we feel like we need to put the past behind us, aka put our twin flame behind us, that is actually you rejecting love. Okay, and I understand that the journey is difficult, so you may be just kind of like trying to get over your twin flame or trying to leave it in the past, because you get to a point where it's just like, hey, this is exhausting. Like, when are they going to come back up? When are they going to show up? I'm kind of sick of waiting here. And also there's just been a lot that happened, right? So I get wanting to put the past behind you. And listen, that's totally okay if you want to move on, okay? But it's like, it's a different kind of energy where, it's good to put the past relationship behind you, like leave the past, all the messy stuff that happened between you guys in the past, right? But then there's a difference between just putting that entire individual and any future potential together in the past too, right? Because that's sort of rejecting love. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that. It's about your inner union, right? So what I'm trying to say here is try not to block out your inner union, because our twin flame reflects, it's like when we block out our twin flame, because they're our mirror, it actually also blocks out our internal love. So I'm not saying it's wrong to want to move on, but just know, like, have unconditional love for them, right? Because that will mirror unconditional love within you. So if you do actually decide that you don't, someone else comes along and you want to go ahead and give things a try, then at least you will be balanced in that way, right? So I see, yeah, you have, with these two, you have made a decision to move on. But let's just go a little bit deeper here. Divine, what else? What else do you have to say for Cancer with where they're at? Okay, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance. So you may be wondering, okay, they even may have been on your mind a lot, and you are trying to be a little bit more balanced within the connection, within yourself. But the thing is that you feel a little bit like things are stuck, and you're waiting for communication from your twin flame. You're waiting for some sort of movement. You're kind of like, yeah, like, okay, I've balanced all this, like, this is exhausting, like, I'm trying to balance, I'm trying to heal, like, what more do we need to do? Okay, the Chariot is about you taking control of your own life, Cancer. You merging transmuting your darkness into light, and just literally taking the reins of your own life, your life. But the Chariot, you know, it's really interesting because this guy, you know, you see those stars behind him, right? So this is the energy of trusting what's to come, you know, but also moving forward with your life. So essentially Spirit wants you to know to just trust your path and trust that Spirit will align you to what is meant for you, essentially, right? Let me see what else. What does Cancer need to heal still regarding their twin flame connection? Right, so Cancer, you are stronger than you think you are. When it comes to healing, I think you've been very, I don't think you can see this. You've been very independent for a long time, right? You may have even been overly independent. This can stem from trauma for sure. This can stem from you feeling like you can't depend on people in your life. So if that's you, Cancer, then that is something that Spirit wants to bring to your attention, okay? You don't have to do everything alone. So I see that sometimes you might even back up your energy from people, whether that's your twin flame or just general love interests. I do see backing out energy, maybe even a bit of defensive energy here. Okay, and so Spirit wants you to think about this, do some healing work on this. You don't have to depend on just yourself, Cancer, because someone who is meant for you will meet you where you're at, and you will be able to feel like you can let go and trust them. Okay, so I think the message for you is just to open up your heart and to allow trust in. You're strong enough to do it. You have the willpower to do it. You don't need to back up your energy or get defensive. All right, so let's see what else. Four of Swords. Okay, Two of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, right? So you also feel like when it comes to the future with you and your twin flame, you do sort of feel like they let you down. Okay, so this is pointing me, Cancer, to some sort of internal masculine energy within you that has been wounded. Now, regardless of gender, you know, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So what these cards are saying here is, where are you feeling like you still need to control certain outcomes in your life, or where do you need to control timelines, or where do you feel like you need to hide who you truly are, right? So that's what Spirit is saying. You got to do some healing on that too. Allow your heart to be cracked open again. You know, you're not meant to live life in pain. You're meant to heal it, and you are meant to learn how to trust again and not try to control outcomes, maybe by backing out your energy or running away from certain situations. I do see that justice is about there being fairness restored in your connection, like justice being done. This is about the divine's hand playing a role in you needing to learn fairness in how you speak. Okay, because I do see in the past you've tried to defend yourself. Maybe that's with people that you were with. Maybe people that you were with before, they kind of just like left you, they betrayed you, and you just kind of, you became a little bit guarded and you found opening up difficult, right? So what Spirit wants you to know is this is the fairness at play, if that makes sense. Like the fairness at play is restoring your own energy, restoring trust, and just making your emotions a lot more manageable for you. So go back, Cancer, do some shadow work. Where have you felt like you couldn't express? Where do you still feel like you can't express your emotions properly? Where do you feel like you need to defend yourself? And also the message here is, where did you start feeling, like holding back expressing what you feel because you've gotten hurt, and that's because that's where it became difficult. So go back to those times too, Cancer. Okay, that's what I've got for you, Cancer, and I do hope that that's been helpful.